like I said about this film having so much gore, I like people were fainting and vomiting from this film, which again,
Yeah,
that means you guys did the right thing. You guys did it. You nailed it,
I guess so.
and created it became a pop culture phenomenon. This film, honestly.
But when it comes to maiming and stuff like that, I think there's not really a line that can be drawn. I guess you could say, 'cause especially the way we do it. Because I mean, I think we can get away with what we do because we also, we're very tongue in cheek with all of it. There's a little bit of humor behind it all, and I think that's if we didn't have the humor that we have in these movies, then yeah, these movies would be a lot more controversial, I guess you could say, due to the graphic nature of it all. So I think, yeah, just having that little bit of levity there helps us get away with a lot more.
Yeah, absolutely. And I noticed you guys do it very creatively. Like the kills are unlike any other film. Typically,
Hmm.
typically in horror films, because it's a slasher film, right? So all the other slasher films is usually there's this guy with a knife going at it. Freddy was unique in its way because he was in the nightmares, does the stuff. But I think that the Terrifier franchise and the Saw franchise has the most intricate, interesting kills. Can you agree with something like
Yeah.
that? Or
Oh, I definitely agree. God, I love the kill scenes in the Saw movies. Those are just so good.
yeah, it makes you think like how can they keep coming up with this stuff? And
Yeah. Oh my
even with the
gosh.
Terrifier movies too, the first one with the girl hanging upside down and you sawing her in half, that
Hmm.
was like iconic. That became such an iconic scene. And even now with this one with
Yeah.
Ali's bedroom scene, again, you guys did something like that was it's like and you watch and you go, how did they think of that?
Yeah. That's Damien. I mean, a lot of times he's finding inspiration from like real world kills that have happened throughout history. Like I know like the hacksaw scene that was inspired from a medieval torture method where they would actually do that to people. You see these like some artwork of where they would do that. They would actually take a saw blade and saw a person in half, upside down even. And I know like Ali's kill that was partially inspired by the Mary Kelly crime scene photos from Jack the Ripper, which are probably I believe the first crime scene photos ever made. And it's Damien tried his best to actually match up the pose of Allie at the end of that kill to Mary Kelly's body position on that bed when she was found by the investigators and stuff like that. He wanted to deconstruct that crime scene photos. Like how did that happen? How did you get to that horrible, badly maimed something that looks not even looks human at that point?
Yeah, I know. Honestly, yeah, it really puts you at the edge of your seat when you watch it, and then when you know
Yeah.
the backstory now that you told me the backstory, it makes it even worse. Like it makes
Oh
it even
yeah.
more like intense to watch. And but that scene especially, like yeah, so that was a complex scene for you guys to film, especially because I know that
Yes.
Damien he had to build that life-size animatronic dummy. The entire room was a set. It wasn't even a real bedroom. It was like all that
Yes.
I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good thing that was a set because that room got destroyed with blood.
Oh my goodness. What other challenging scenes were hard for you as a film?
I would say the one scene that we all thought was going to be really hard and difficult to film ended up being a really fun week for us, and that was the whole entire clown cafe scene. Because there were so many elements to that scene, a lot of stunt work, and we had people literally being lit on fire and stuff like that. And we're like, oh god, this is too many moving parts. We had too many extras and stuff like that that we're having to do squibs on and stuff like that. And we were stressing over doing that scene, and that ended up being the easiest week on set for all of us. It just everything seemed to flow naturally that week.
Oh
We
yeah.
had so much fun doing it too. I mean, I got to set a person on fire and shoot a Tommy gun in the same day, so I had a blast doing that.
That's awesome. Kicking it back old school, man. The Tommy guns,
Oh yeah,
that's old school gangster.
oh yeah, oh yeah. I was in my head thinking that scene from The Mask where he turns the balloon into the Tommy gun. I was like, Tommy gun.
You know
It was
what
so
reminds
much
me of
fun.
too? It reminds me of the in Home Alone. Remember, it's like, I'm gonna give you to the count of three to get
Yep.
your lousy yellow, no good taste of my property. My Tommy gun don't and you just blast everybody.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We were definitely making those jokes that day on set.
I hope you were.
Definitely.
Come on,
Yeah.
you got
Oh
yeah.
God. Yeah. Yeah. It was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. You filthy animal.